Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I am so excited to be here with you guys on this amazing Tuesday. It is beautiful here in Maryland, so I hope that you guys have beautiful weather where you are. So if this is your first time tuning in to the Money Zone, we talk about everything about taxes, money, business, family, everything that connects the dots between what you do in your everyday lifestyle and your money. Okay. So, guys, we have a special guest coming on, Asada, the owner of Archivest. Look, you guys know. Archivest. I think I said it right. We're going to be talking about everything crypto. So I know a lot of you have dibbled and dabbled in crypto with the for real. Let me be really honest. Y'all really don't know what you're doing. Okay. So we have tonight's guest. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency. So if I were you, I would grab my pen, grab my paper, and be ready to take some notes and really get the gist of what crypto is all about so you can make better investments and be more informed going forward. So if you have not joined our mailing list, go to bit.ly/TMZ get notified. TMZ get notified. Join our mailing list so you can know about our upcoming guests, what we got going on. And hopefully, since we're opening up a little bit, we may be able to do like maybe an event or something here over time. So you guys don't want to miss out. So join our mailing list. So do me one favor, guys. Wherever you're watching this video, share the video. If you're on Instagram, if you're not on Instagram, if you're on ripradionetwork.com, share the video to your Facebook, to your Instagram, because we're going to be learning tonight, and I'm going to be learning with y'all. Okay, so we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be back. Okay, guys, and we are back, guys. So we normally be able to kind of do our intro in for the guests. But guys, help me welcome Asada, the owner of Artravest, on the Money Zone, guys. So Asada Moore, who professionally received notice by the Obama administration for her outstanding tenure in education. She developed a knack for real estate at the age of 19. Her knowledge of both real estate and investing allowed her to completely retire before the age of 50. Instead of kicking back with the cocktail and enjoying what could have been a forever vacation, she developed the Artravest. Am I saying it correctly?
The Artravest, yes.
Okay, because I stutter sometimes, and look, it may not come, it may not come out perfectly. She developed the Artravest. The organization partners with Michigan State alums, unique talents into one business: education, real estate, and the power of making sound investments. Guys, help me welcome Asada Moore, the owner of Artravest. Here we go. I should never say nothing. Artravest to the Money Zone.
Yeah.
So, hey, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm pretty excited to have you here with us on tonight's show. So guys, tonight's topic is about crypto, but how you can use crypto to build generational wealth. Right now, in the Black and Brown community, we are hyped up on some dopamine or something about this building generational wealth thing, and we are starting to learn some stuff, girl. So that's one thing I am proud about. We're starting to learn some stuff, but I know that our knowledge into crypto and all of this digital buying power and all of this that it comes with, we're guessing quite a bit. So it's perfect timing for you to come on the show and clear up some things and just basically bring a little bit more knowledge to each and every one of us. So guys, look, I'm going to be learning with you guys tonight. I do not study. This is not my industry. Okay, I study the taxes behind everything and the taxes behind, but the front end part, Asada got it today. So before we even get started, I just want to ask you just what is the simplest way of explaining to our audience tonight what is cryptocurrency in the simplest format?
Excellent. The simplest thing is that it is a digital way to transact business, to invest, and to create a store of value similar to gold. So it's basically doing financial transactions digitally without a bank or the government being involved in the middle.
So let me ask you something. So will we consider the normal purchase from a client? Let's say they buy something from you and you use Stripe. Would that be considered crypto? Because if that's a form of digital currency, they're using a debit card to pay you, or
but there's a middle person that's in between, right? And so before we get our funds, Stripe takes off a cut, and then they give us a piece, right? And if they wanted to, they can kick us off of that platform.
That's true.
Oh, excuse me. So that's called centralized. Cryptocurrency is decentralized for the most part. If I wanted to transact with you, matter of fact, my business partner is out of Nigeria. He told me to tell you that you all are from the same nation in Nigeria. And so I paid him recently. I was going to do a wire transfer. And, they asked a ton of questions. They froze my account, all type of stuff. I said, you know what? Let's just do Bitcoin. Sent him Bitcoin. He got it in a few minutes. No questions asked. And so that's what we mean by decentralized. It's not controlled by, there's no one in the middle that's intersecting the transaction.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So now since we have that simpler form, okay, so now that means we're not using like Stripe, PayPal. Well, now they're all getting into the game now.
Into it, right?
But, yes. Look, hold on. So they're getting into the game now. So in normal cases, so we would what? So I wanted to buy something from you. How would I send you a cryptocurrency?
So we have a wallet for each type of cryptocurrency we have. It can be for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Dogecoin, what have you. I simply need your address for whatever currency you're sending, and then I can send it to you that way.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's as simple as having a wallet and a crypto address.
Right. So for a wallet sense, that's them Coinbase. What is the other one? Voyager and all of them.
Yes, Coinbase, Voyager, Gemini, and those are actually controlled by traditional. There's a middle person for that. So one of the things that I use is MetaMask and Uniswap. There's no middle person for that. I use those other ones as well, but those are centralized. So those that are decentralized, like I said, Uniswap is an example, and MetaMask is an example.
Perfect. Okay, so let me ask you a question, and this may be a little naive, okay, but like guys, I'm digesting this with you guys. Okay, so now I have Coinbase. I say, okay, I want to work with you, so I send you $5,000 of cryptocurrency. So in that case, no one knows, no third party. It's just a business between me and you. I can't go to a third party to retract my payment to you or anything, right?
Correct.
Got it. So it's less security, guys, and everything. And this is why the IRS did not like and do not like cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
and they're really looking
at operating as your own. You're operating as your own. So that means you're responsible for the transactions. Yes.
Yeah. So Trump, let me do this. Let me take a quick little break due to other reasons. Just give me 1 minute, guys, and we're going to come right back to Asada. We're going to jump right back into where we are. I just need to take a mommy break, guys. So just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Your refund is not something extra, okay? That's another thing. Y'all see here, not even understanding that if you broke, you do need to find somebody to help you with your coins. I don't know why y'all think that accountants and financial advisors only work for the rich. Hell nah. I had to financially advise myself to even get to where I am now. Shit, when I was getting refunds, I had to financially advise myself on how to use the refunds. Like, guys, my story, I used my actual tax refund to build my business. I really did. I had Brim. Brim was born 2012. Started the business 2011, August. I got my refund and I put it right back into the business. I didn't have employees then. I didn't have a big office. I didn't have all of the stuff that we got right now, right? I put it back into the business. So I had to financially advise myself too. So regardless of how much money you have or how much money you don't have, are you being smart with what you have? Are you going to do right with what you have? Make some investments, save some stuff, start your business, do some things. But the last thing I want you guys to do is just fuck it up. And that's been one of my Drake's. That's my little Drake song. That's the. Hey guys, welcome back. So I had to take a little mommy break, okay? To kids, okay? Mommy break. Y'all know how it is sometimes when we're doing our videos and stuff. But we were going right into just a better, so you guys can have a better understanding of the crypto and why it's so unique and why the IRS is so pissed off at you crypto users. And so we just realized and learned together that there's absolutely no middleman. So if you're doing business and you're transacting with Bitcoin, you need to have your paperwork and stuff in order. You need to have a paper trail and everything regarding your transactions. So that's just the gist of that. So Neil, from your perspective, your personal, if you're comfortable with saying how you've done this on a personal level, but how have you used cryptocurrency to build generational wealth within your home?
Yeah, that's great. I would say for the past year and a half, my portfolio is up probably, I think the last I looked at it was like 8,900 and something %. which is like an 89x.
Yeah.
So I'm on a point to have made more and have bigger gains in cryptocurrency in 2 years than I did in real estate in about 15.
Wow. 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 And so I was looking online earlier today, just perusing, and a few people were saying, hey, not to say they don't see certainty with like the coins and everything, but before we go into that, how does the Bitcoin fall within that bracket of cryptocurrency? Because it's not just Bitcoin, correct? It's not just
There
the
are over 9,000 different cryptocurrencies. Over 9,000.
yeah.
Yeah, most of them are crap. And so when someone's saying not to fall in it, Bitcoin makes up over 50% of the total market cap. So it's the number one coin. It is the first coin that came out on Halloween in 2008 after the 2008 crash. Now, there are other coins that are out there. A lot of people are talking about Dogecoin right now, which started off as a joke. It started off as a joke. People do a lot of what's called pump and dump with it, where they'll pump it up, get a lot of people to invest in it, and those that have large bags of it will dump, and you're left holding the bag. And so I'm very intentional about making sure that I research and I invest in cryptocurrencies that have great use and will be around for a period of time. So for instance, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, those are smart contract projects, and they're doing things that are going to have an impact on society, and they will be around for many years. Dogecoin is simply a joke. Now, some people can use it and exchange with it and do different things. And I have a small bag of Dogecoin, but it's not a long-term investment.
Okay. Does that mean Trump? Okay, so now, so do you think, because first of all, guys, to build generational wealth, it is not an overnight thing.
No.
Generation is what, 10 years, right? So that means at least 10 or more years, you may need to invest in things like cryptocurrency and real estate and the stock market and other areas, okay, and other people's businesses, however way you do it, to build generational wealth. It's not oh my gosh, I bought a coin today or I purchased a coin tomorrow and I'm rich next month.
No.
Can you explain from your investor standpoint what is generational wealth?
Absolutely. Generational wealth is the opposite of get rich quick. And most get rich quick things is scammy. You may get in at the beginning where you get a lot of money. They did that with the Susu and, those circles and, all these multi-level marketing and things like that. There are some people that make it out with a lot of money, but most people, over 90 to 95% of the people, lose. Building generational wealth is a system that you're putting in place that lasts over a long period of time. And what it is that you're creating different streams of income that comes in whether you're working and producing or not. And by generational, it means that instead of your children paying for your funeral because you have not left anything behind, you can't even afford to die right, that instead you're leaving something so that they can take off and do even better than a generation did that came before them.
I cannot recall who said this, but I think some comedian, and maybe Dave Chappelle or something, said, well, or some other comedian said, there's a major difference between wealth and being rich. Wealth can sustain a bad crack habit. Being rich can't sustain having a bad crack habit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that means that your money and your assets and your wealth should be able to change over to your children and their children and their children and so forth. So it's the long game. So first of all, write down your paper, long game. This is not no invest now. You have to hold and wait. Like I look at Brandon Bryce's little things that I got for them, and it's building up, and I buy almost every week something here, something there, and do something. And over time, it's building up and it's accumulating. And when we have good runs on the market and stuff, we benefit from it. We take hits too, but it's a long game. I haven't considered selling when Apple crashed. I didn't consider selling even my Bitcoin went down. I didn't consider think about selling it. So guys, if you cannot consider holding things for long term, or you don't have the disposable income that you need, or even have a budget in place so you can hold on to your assets, then you're not really ready to build generational wealth. So from a client standpoint, where's one of the biggest struggles you see your clients face when they're trying to use cryptocurrency to build generational wealth?
The biggest thing is that, people aren't studying. They're still chasing money. And so they chase, social media posts about, oh, get into GameStop. And then they run and they start throwing their money there. Oh, get into Dogecoin. And, oh, I'm going to be rich. Well, you're not going to turn $100 into $1 million. It just doesn't work like that. And even if you did turn $100 into $1 million, $1 million is going to last for how long? For a person that makes $100,000 a year, that's 10 years. If you're at 50, maybe 20 years. And is that life-changing wealth? And then with depreciation over time, with inflation and all. So we're not studying. And so I read a lot on my site. I guarantee people that if they go to the site, even if they just check out a book, if they can't afford a course, if they just get the book for $20 and they start to study and implement the strategies, then they will be in a position to build generational wealth. And I start with mindset, setting goals, having a plan of action before you start jumping into the money, because it's not just about the money. That's a part of it, but long-term freedom and peace of mind. Money doesn't, buy happiness, as they say, but it actually does. Because it solves all types of problems, right?
Yes.
And so when you can pay your bills, you're happy. When you can travel, you're happy. When you can go into certain restaurants and make sure that things that you want are provided for, you're happy. So in a way, it does. And when you don't have those things, you're stressed, depressed, and angry. So money actually does buy happiness. And more importantly, it gives you freedom.
Yeah. That's one of the things I think we all need to understand as a community. And you said it flat out when I asked you the simplest way of building generational wealth. You said it's the complete opposite of a get rich quick scheme. Okay, it's the complete opposite. So in that case, guys, so that means you have to be willing to hold. But she said research and study about 5 times so far tonight, guys. So that means that many of you need to really ask yourself, are you studying crypto, or are you just going off of what CNN posted today? Or are you going off what, the new hot topic on IG? Like, where are you getting your investing information from? Are you studying the market? Are you doing research? That's why, stock was the most popular thing at first. And most people that got really stupid rich did their research.
Yeah.
Invested early on. And then they held their investments for years and years and years and years to come. So for all of you that have invested into some type of cryptocurrency, just try to hold on and see where the market goes, and see how the long game, because this is still a new market in itself. And so if you had, before we go to our official break for today, if you had $1,000 tonight, guys, and she's not giving you any investment advice either, I just want to see from a mindset standpoint, what decisions would you make? If you had $1,000 right now in disposable income, what would you do? Would you invest into the stock market, or would you invest into crypto? And if it would be crypto, what investment would you make? Would you make it into, you said Dogecoin?
That's a great question, because today I took $1,000 and I invested it in a cryptocurrency. And the cryptocurrency that I chose was VeChain, VET. Okay. I chose VeChain because it's the creator of it, I think it was Louis Vuitton or something like that. He worked in the fashion industry, where they deal with a lot of logistics and shipping and handling and things like that. And so VeChain is a supply chain blockchain. and it is doing phenomenal. And I expect that it's probably going to do a 5 or a 10x between now and the end of the year. So I took $5,000 today and I invested it in VeChain.
And so what did you do like before you invested? So guys, this is also the type of stuff that she teaches. And you hear Archivest, entrepreneurs. She teaches entrepreneurs how to invest. So this is why I'm kind of like really asking her, like, so where did that perspective, like, so where did the thought process come from you to invest? So have you been eyeing this company, this coin for years? Have you been researching it? Was it just lingering, or you just said, you know what, I heard about it today, let me invest into it today? What was the decision?
I've been looking at it for since I think I made my first purchase in July of 2020. So it's a blockchain that I've been following for a while, and I'm at a point now where I have enough Bitcoin that I want. I have enough Ethereum that I want. Those are the top two. And so I'm putting more money into some of the smaller coins. And I'm doing that because they will have a greater percentage growth in Bitcoin. Bitcoin will probably do a 3 to a 5x from here this year. Whereas some of these other smaller coins, they will do between a 5 and a 10x. So I'm investing in those type of coins that can give me a 5 or a 10x, where I can turn $1,000 into $5,000 to $10,000.
Oh, perfect. And so that led right into my last question before we go into break. What is blockchain?
Blockchain is the distributed ledger that makes cryptocurrencies unique. So a block of chains. And so each block has a data on it, and each of those blocks are connected by a chain that cannot be broken. And if it is broken, you will know that that particular blockchain has been tampered with. So it is secure. It's basically what banks keep up with. And you're an accountant, you know what a ledger is, all right? Yeah. And so you do your debits and your credits, so on and so forth. But you also know that on QuickBooks Pro, you can do a journal entry and change something, right? Whereas with blockchain technology, you cannot make changes.
Oh. Okay, so it's not the platform to transact.
It is. Each cryptocurrency has its own blockchain, unless it's using a different blockchain. But it's basically a ledger of all of the transactions.
Got it. That's what
all the way back to the beginning. Yeah.
That's the data the IRS want, guys. The IRS want to get into the blockchain and get all y'all information.
Oh, they're going to get it.
It's coming. They're narrowing it down now. Because they're starting to yeah, no, they're incorporating us into the process. Like now on each tax, are you dibbling and dabbling into cryptocurrency? And you got to put yes or no.
Yeah.
So now the IRS is using taxpayers to really build up their pool of people names that they know is actually dibbling and dabbling with cryptocurrency. So guys, we're just getting started with the conversation. I have Asada Moore of the Archivest guys on the Money Zone. We're talking about how to use cryptocurrency to build generational wealth. And if you are just tuning in right now, the first segment, we were just going to give you guys that foundational information that you guys need. So we learned what cryptocurrency is, what blockchain is. She did tell us if she had $1,000 today, what she would invest, which just so happened that's exactly what she did today. And like I said, guys, I'm learning with you guys because I know honestly, it's only a few people, a few that know really the gist of what's happening, that really have studied the market. And that's what Asada basically said throughout the show so far. It's research, research, research. And you want to mentor. I know a lot of you guys can read very well, but I know that I get more excited about accounting when I'm able to talk to my mentor I'm able to talk with other accountants. It's just exciting. And to really talk to someone that knows more than you and to get like more investment advice and strategy is the best way to go. Many of you are making decisions from your next CNN post. And what if they don't post again? Then where are you going to get your investment strategy from? This is why you want to make investments into individuals that can help you make amazing investments and have a better understanding of what you guys are investing in. Because till this day, some people still say they don't understand the stock market. And the stock market has been around for decades and decades and decades now. And so I know that this cryptocurrency game is so confusing to some of you guys. So this is why we have amazing guests come on the shows like Asada to be able to open up and give you guys the knowledge you guys need. So do me one favor, guys. Head on over to Instagram and follow her at the Artravest on IG, THEENTREVEST. Follow her on Instagram. And give me 1 second. I'm looking for her face. Okay, yep. And her Facebook is nope, I don't have her Facebook. Follow her on Instagram, guys. THE.
Yeah, they go to the website there. They can find everything they need there.
Okay, perfect. Or go to her website, theartravest.com. So, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. bit.ly/TMZ, all caps, get notified, and look out for what we have coming out in store and all of our guests coming on the show, guys. Tonight was amazing. I hope that you guys learned a lot, and I'll see you guys bit.ly/TMZ, all caps, get notified, and look out for what we have coming out in store and all of our guests coming on the show, guys. Tonight was amazing. I hope that you guys learned a lot, and I'll see you guys Hey guys, and we are back, guys. So if you are just tuning in, you completely missed out on the basics of cryptocurrency and on the idea of using cryptocurrency to really build generational wealth. So we have Asada Moore of the Archivest here on the show, giving us the background stuff so you don't have to keep Googling and stressing yourself out, guys. And I did direct you all to go and follow her on our social media platform and check out her website for more information. So we're going to just go right in. We're winding down on the show. So Asada, how have you, give me an example of how have you helped some of your clients build generational wealth using crypto and the coins and all that stuff?
Oh man. So every other Friday I do a Zoom call with a number of sisters here in Chicago. And so I do instructional lessons with them, and I've helped them build up their portfolio since about March of last year. One of my former students that's actually now my business partner, she's built up a six-figure portfolio. Young, like I said, one of my former students, I was her principal a few number of years ago. And, she just kind of jumped on, follow all the moves that I'm making and built up a really nice portfolio. I think by the time this year is over with, she'll easily have built it up to probably $500,000, which would be fantastic for, a 28-year-old that when we first started meeting, I think probably didn't have 1,500 saved, was doing a lot of shopping and, things like that. So, people that follow along, that pay attention, and of course then want to do their own research and make the decision that's best for them, will do fantastic. I put a lot of time into this, minimum 4 hours a day on this. I just ordered 3 new books on cryptocurrency. I'm taking a blockchain certification course now. So it's something that I study deeply, and being a former educator, I love reading and things like that. So like I said, if they jump on the website, there's a crypto course there, but if they can't start there, maybe they want to start with just a book that they can order, and it's called Get Your SHIT Together. Saving Happiness, Investment. Yeah. And so, but the big thing, Folasade, is for people to commit to something and then be consistent with it. If they, commit to, it can be cryptocurrency, it can be real estate, it can be starting one of the businesses, but commit to it. We're speaking about all the good things, but there are ups and downs as well. The other day, this past week, you said you didn't sell your Bitcoin. When those markets dropped like that these past few days, I was down $50,000 in like a couple of hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so, everything isn't gravy, but I have a plan. I stick to the plan. I don't get weak hands and, bail out. And I continue to, follow the plan. And so when you commit to something and you're disciplined and diligent about following it, you'll be successful.
Let me ask you a question. So do you think, or did, from your personal standpoint, did the investment from like Elon Musk and all of those, very successful white men, did that actually support your decision-making in terms of investing into Bitcoin?
Oh, no, they were actually a couple of years late. So I was already in the game by the time that they got in. And quite frankly, a number of them don't know what they're speaking about. They haven't been in to have gone through a whole cycle. Cryptocurrency operates a 4-year cycle. And so they're just now getting in on the last leg of this current cycle. And just to let your audience members know that what has traditionally happened is that somewhere around October of this year, what's going to happen is cryptocurrency is going to take a nosedive. And so people need to know when to get out or continue to play the long game and wait another 4 years for their coins to go back up. But, those guys are late and, they're wealthy, and they're smart in certain aspects. But on this particular one, they're following me.
So they're going to do a market. So you think the market is going to basically kind of reset that? That's just like with the housing market.
Absolutely.
Just going to go right back to its normal state. So right now it's a buyer's seller's market. So right now you're buying houses at a higher rate than what it would have appraised 4, 7, 8 months ago. So in that particular case, the real estate, so this is actually when I start to think about the economics behind it all, we need to be paying a little bit more attention to what's happening in totality now, because when I'm thinking about it, we're buying more for the houses. People have already lost, millions of people have already lost their jobs. It is no way personally, and this is just me being very curious as usual, guys. I'm gonna start reading and see what's going on. That this is normal. We're not in a normal ecosystem right now.
By no means.
Oh
By no
wow.
means. By no
Yeah.
means.
Okay. Oh
Yeah. So
wow. Alrighty, so we talked about if we have the $1,000, that's your only $1,000 you have your disposable income where you invest it. So now what would you do? Would you be the one that will be blindly, or do you recommend? I know you may. Would you recommend an inexperienced investor to have 3, 4, 5 grand that's ready to invest in something for them to just go with what's being said out there on like CNN, or do you advise them, as you said, to do a little bit more research, but then retain someone to really guide them? And then that will lead into my second question. What's the difference between a financial advisor and someone, I think you are a financial advisor, correct?
no, just
Or
a
somebody with their
no.
seriously,
Yeah, I just
yeah.
coach and do wealth building. And so the difference with financial advisor is that you have to have certain certifications and there's certain rules and law that you need to follow, right? As a wealth building coach, I assess where the person is at and then help them create strategies based on what their risk tolerance is, their time frame, and how much they're working with on what direction they should go into. Now, as far as advising someone with $3,000 to $4,000, again, we want to know how risky of a person they are. Are they willing to put it all on the line and go for something high risk, but that could potentially also have high reward? Or do they want to be a little bit more conservative and maybe risk a little? One of the biggest things I tell people is only play with what you can afford to lose. And so if that 3,000 or 4,000 isn't going to hurt you and you're okay if it went to zero the next day or in a week, then that's fine. Go ahead. And for me right now, I'm not really too much into the stock market. I actually recently sold almost all of my stocks to buy more crypto just because the gains are so much more substantial. I am still in real estate and I have a property that I'm about to sell. I'm also rehabbing a 6-unit. So people have to understand that different markets move in different cycles and you have to know which cycle to be in. And so right now, I'm not in a stock cycle because it's my belief that the stock market is being propped up on life support right now. And if you just think about, the 3 to 4 major companies right now, they're carrying 50% plus of the growth. And that's because of COVID and people had to stay at home. And what do? They were on Facebook. They were shopping on Amazon, right? They were looking at Netflix. Think about those are all online companies. That's what's driving the market right now. And if we think about the number of jobs that were lost and the impact compared to the past 4 pandemics, this is huger than those 4 combined. So we have not seen the fallout yet. And so people have to be very careful about where they're putting their money. So for me right now, it's real estate and crypto because of the cycle that we're currently in.
And somewhat stability with the real estate. And you know what? That's actually, I like that because what you just said, because a lot of those businesses that are on the stock market, they have brick and mortars, their primary bread and butter. So are they going to be able to pivot?
Right.
Are they going to be able to adjust? And so that's just a lot of uncertainty there too. So that goes back to why most people say, oh, I'm just confused about this stock market stuff. It's just so much uncertainty with it all. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think we didn't talk about a mouthful. So in your particular case, and also guys, so let me explain to you the reason why I asked her what's the difference between a financial advisor and a wealth building coach. Honestly, guys, you really, from my perspective of looking at everything from the accountant standpoint, and I don't get any benefit from saying this, but I think you guys need both. Here's why. your financial advisor may not work on your mindset. Okay. So when you give them that 50K to invest into the market, you haven't done the mental work that's required for you to be a little bit more disciplined financially, to know what you want, to have a game plan in place that is your plan, not their plan, and be a bit more informed and knowledgeable. When you work with a wealth builder, more than likely you're getting all of the information somewhat the same, but in layman's terms. You're getting it in a form that you understand it, you're able to digest it and regurgitate it to other people. And so by the time you do go sit with your financial advisor, you're much more informed, you are communicative, you're able to really express yourself, and really give them the plan that you desire for your family and not just what the numbers say. And that allows them to stay on their toes and really do their best to really monitor the market. And see, that's another difference too, whereas though they're watching the market for you, she's holding your hand through the process. Did I explain it well? Like, did I?
That was very well.
Yeah. So while the market is going up and down, the financial advisor is like, oh, it's normal. And that's it. Oh, don't worry, I'm watching it. Whereas though, from what I can see from her standpoint, she's going to be like, you know what? Hey, this is the norm. Don't worry, we're in a long game. It's just more, you have that foundation and that help. Because having $100,000 sitting in the market, 50,000, 30,000, that's all your savings, and you seeing it fluctuate, it interrupts your mindset, your train of thought, your stability, your eating, your work energy. You might have been making a killing, killed out your whole to-do list, and then you saw the stock market drop, and now you on edge screaming and crying, and the people don't know what's going on with you. Whereas though your financial advisor, I just want to say, hey, no, I'm watching it. This is the norm. All of my clients are going through this same thing, and that's basically it. But when you have a wealth building coach, they kind of walk you through and maybe have like groups and forums and areas for you to express the frustration and to really get it out. So is it anything in particular that you would love to leave my audience in terms of cryptocurrency, building generational wealth, and the importance of it? Is it anything, last minute words? The floor is yours, Asada.
Yeah, I would definitely say get into it. I wholeheartedly recommend it. I have most of my family involved, my mom, husband, everyone. I've been getting involved with it, and they can start. I understand that it can be intimidating at first, but anything when you first do it is, okay? And so they can visit theentrevest.com. I have tools and resources there that will help them, as I said, from getting a book to a particular course. And then there are consultations that they can sign up for if they want some one-on-one as well. And then, just have a, as Folasade and I have been speaking on, make sure that you play the long game with it.
Yeah. And so, no, I like that, guys. So just long game, almost all the investment, even real estate, guys.
Yep.
So like right now, people have like this whole perception like you have to do it the way that everybody else is doing it. So like with me, I've built a lot of equity in my first home because I didn't want to have a lot of properties. I didn't want to just jump into real estate. I wanted to do normal traditional way. You buy a little house and then you have 200,000-300,000 in equity. You pull it out and you invest or you sell or whatever the case. So that's how I'm doing it. The way that everybody else is doing it, it's okay. You have to go to you according to your plan. Okay, so your plan might be take some equity out your house and invest it into some cryptocurrency, or use the money that you invest in cryptocurrency to buy real estate, or buy your first home because you never had a first home, rent 2 rooms out, take advantage of the tax benefits, use that money to invest. So guys, there's just so many different ways that you can start to build generational wealth. What I would advise each and every one of you guys to do is really, first of all, figure out what the end life look like. What do you want? Do you want to be able to leave your generation, leave a legacy of $1 million plus or 500,000 plus? First, start evaluating what you want to leave. And the second thing, how much of that is insurance going to cover you when you die? Okay, so then that lets you know how much you truly have to come up with in between. So if you know you just want to leave them $1 million, that's fine. You don't have to be so aggressive like everybody else and think. A lot of that stuff, y'all, be so fake and phony. I'm gonna be very, very honest with y'all. I'm gonna be very, very honest with y'all. A lot of the stuff that you see online be so bogus and fake for real, for real. They taking screenshots of other people's portfolios. And guys, y'all know we can design anything on Fiverr now. So you just have to build your plan according to where you are, okay? So with that difference, so let's say if you wanted to save $1 million and you already have a $500,000 life insurance policy, that means you only need to have assets or net worth of $500,000, and you've left your family with $1 million, okay? Yep. So let's put it in simpler forms like that, because many of you are like, I need a multiplex, I need a duplex, I need this, I need this, I need to do this. Okay. What is the end goal? What does that look like for you? When you die, what do your first generation? But guys, before we go, I want you guys to understand two things. You can leave your family with all the money in the world and work your butt off. But if you don't leave them with the knowledge that they need to retain, build, and replenish if necessary, then you will not sustain the concept of generational wealth. You cannot just pass on money and a house without the knowledge and the resources. This is why we do what we do here, me and my team on the Money Zone, to give you guys that direct, straightforward, no fluff information. You don't have to go at everybody else's pace. You go at your pace. This is why we have people like Asada here to help you guys, to give you guys the resources. So definitely check out the book, read, learn, and then make strategic decisions from there. Guys, go follow Asada at the Archervest on IG, the Archervest.com, and it's THEENTRE Vest, like entrepreneur, but Archervest. Okay, and guys, don't forget to join our mailing list and look out for our show for next week, Tuesday. And I just ask each and every one of you guys one favor. Just share the video and invite one friend every week. If you've gotten something from the show, learned something new, or enjoy the entertainment, just invite one friend each week, and I will greatly appreciate that, guys. You all have an amazing Tuesday. Follow Asada. You have an amazing day, guys. Good night. Bye.
Thank you.